This is Backroads Broadcasting, powered by Rampage Academy, and it's the Creek Crimson Classic, Rock Creek versus Wamego.
Stick around after the final whistle for instant reaction on our Faith Furniture Momentum Play of the Night.
And we're about 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from kickoff, and the coin toss is getting ready to happen, so we'll see the outcome of that, and we will talk to you guys here in about a minute and a half for kickoff. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, brought to you by Rampage Academy. And welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. The Wamego Red Raiders won the coin toss and have elected to defer to the second half, and the Rock Creek Mustangs have elected to receive. So Rock Creek with the ball and an opportunity to march the ball down the field and really test Wamego's defense early, and Wamego will be getting the ball to start the second half. Again, my name is Cody Liming with Backroads Broadcasting, joined tonight on the color commentary by Xander Dick, a Rock Creek High School student. It's time for kickoff in the Creek Crimson Classic and the first home game for the Mustangs for the 2025-2026 season. Lining up to kick the ball for the Wamego Red Raiders. As soon as he turns just a little bit here, we'll get you his number.
Back to receive for Rock Creek, it will be Luke Skinner and Zion Bell. Both student sections showing out for the night.
Kicking the ball for the Red Raiders is, I believe, number 1, Dominic Falco. A little troubles here getting the ball to
number 4 for Wamego.
Kicking the ball?
Yeah.
Number 4, correction. See, that's why I like having you on the broadcast,
I know.
Xander.
Oh, no, you were correct. I'm very sorry.
Number 1.
You were correct.
Okay, Dominic Falco. And here's the kick.
Fair
catch called by number 12 for the Mustangs. That's going to be Eric Tim. And the Mustangs will take over on downs at the 32-yard line. And now we get to see how the Mustang offense truly plays against a solid opponent in Wamego.
This will be a true test for both teams in this first drive. It really will expose both teams' weaknesses and both teams' strong suits.
We'll see how many jitters there are there. And it looks like number
Gavin Rosa back there.
Number 4, Gavin Rosa, gets the nod at quarterback. He passes out to his right, and the Mustangs are going to charge forward for a gain of about 6 on the play. I believe that was
number 1.
Number 1, Luke Skinner on the reception for the Mustangs. They're going to call it a gain of 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 from the Mustangs' 36-yard line.
Already great pass right there by Gavin Rosa, finding number 1, Luke Skinner, for a little screenplay right there. Only got 5 yards, but every yard counts in this rivalry right here.
Bell goes in motion, and he gets the handoff from Rosa, and Bell is going to careen forward for a gain of about 3 on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Mustangs, and a big 3rd down conversion opportunity for the Mustangs.
I would not be shocked to see a run right here, just with the consistency of how they've been doing so far. Run heavy offense.
Yeah, we saw a ton of rushes last week for the Mustangs. And the Mustangs didn't really throw the ball that much, but I like to see them establish the run game early on and really set up that play action later in the game. Rosa out of the shotgun, hands it off to Bell. Bell's going to charge forward, and he's going to get the 1st down and a few more, and he's going to be hauled down around the 45-yard line for the Mustangs. So that will be good for a Mustang 1st down.
Nice gain there by Zion Williams.
Zion Bell on that, number 2. So the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Rosa in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off again to Bell, and Bell's going to fall forward for a gain of about half a yard on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and long for the Mustangs.
Yeah, nice little run there. Just kind of, sets a little momentum, but obviously Red Raiders are really kind of ready for it. I was kind of expecting to pass just because I believe Wamego was ready for another run, but just great defensive line stop there by the Red Raiders.
And number 1, Luke Skinner coming in for number 7, Ezra Spiller. Rosa out of the shotgun. 2 receivers far side. Mustangs send some men in motion. Rosa fumbles the snap, and he gets it off quick, and it's going to be caught by
number 6,
Noah Valberg for the Mustangs. Good job there by Rosa to get the ball off quickly after the bobbled snap. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, though, for the Mustangs. It's going to be 3rd and call it 6 for the Mustangs from their own 48-yard line.
Just good throw there by Rosa when he was under pressure, and really good by Noah just for, finding a spot for Gavin to just get the ball out.
Sure, and Rosa's going to pitch it off to Bell. Bell's going to try and get it around the outside, and he's going to be eaten up immediately by the Wamego defense. Believe that was number 2 on the stop for the Red Raiders. That's Jacob DeRoche. And if I get that wrong, ladies and gentlemen, please in the comments, both on Facebook and YouTube, if we get a name wrong, please correct us in the comments. We are monitoring those during the stream. So that is going to bring up 4th and long for the Mustangs.
Great job there by the Wamego Red Raiders. They really sniffed that one out.
They did. They were not fooled
whatsoever.
Number 23, Jackson Pendle, back to kick the ball off for the Mustangs. So a big first drive stop by the Wamego Red Raiders, and we'll get to see their offense next.
Really love to see next drive for Rock Creek is really just kind of pass the ball a little more.
Good punt there by Jackson, and the Mustangs are going to down the ball at the Wamego, call it 10-yard line.
Good punt there.
So the Wamego Red Raiders are coming up next on offense, and they've got 90 yards to go. We'll see what the the Rock Creek defense has in store for them.
For Rock Creek starting this drive off, Wamego really loves to set the ground game. From last game, their very first drive versus Concordia, they really set the tone by running the ball 5 straight times. So I'd really love to see what they come out in, and it believes it will be a pass.
It's going to be trips right for Wamego. Sends a man in motion, and quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he's going to find some room right up the middle. And it's going to be good for see where they spot the ball. I'm going to call it a gain of, looks like about 8. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 2 for the Red Raiders on their opening drive.
Yeah, the quarterback run, also really good threat to really think about for Rock Creek's D-line.
And number 7, Logan Fulton, is the starting quarterback for the Red Raiders. Fulton sends man in motion out of the shotgun, and he's going to keep it himself. Quarterback run up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed there by a herd of Mustangs. And I believe that's going to bring up 3rd and short. They're going to say about a gain of a yard. So 3rd and, call it 3rd and 1, I believe.
Yeah, just a really nice job there by the Mustangs, just really just coming together and really pushing them back there. I believe they did not do that. The quarterback probably would have gotten that first down there. Just great job by the D-line.
Yeah, the Red Raiders really trying to test the Mustangs' run defense early on, just like the Mustangs were testing the Red Raiders' defense early on their first drive, too.
Be a gain of 2 by the quarterback.
So 3rd and short here for the Red Raiders. Trips right. Sends another man in motion. Fulton's going to keep himself again. Another designed quarterback run, and this time it's going to be successful, and he's going to fall forward for a first down and more. So good 3rd down conversion there by the Red Raiders, and the chains keep moving.
Just a good run there by Logan. Just really just faking the jet sweep and then just finding a spot to get a nice good 5-6 yards there for the first down.
And the Red Raiders sticking with that trips right setup. Fulton out of the shotgun, sends another man in motion. They've got numbers on the near side. Fulton drops back to pass, looks, throws it, and it's going to be intercepted by number 15 for the Mustangs. And he's got a room to run, picks up a block, and he's going to be brought down at the Wamego, call it 16-yard line. Great job there by the Mustangs. That was number 15, Carson Taburin, on the interception for the Mustangs, and a huge stop early on for the Mustangs. Xander.
Just a really great. I just really love how Carson Taburin really dropped back in the zone and was not fooled by that sit-down route. He really just kind of played it sit down low and ready for the drag route, but the quarterback went to little stop route by the first down. Great job there.
And the Mustangs with great field position for their second drive of the game. 1st and 10 from the Wamego 15. And that will be a red zone opportunity. We'll get you that sponsor after this play. Rose is going to hand off to Bell. Bell runs over a Red Raider and falls forward for a substantial gain. And this red zone opportunity is going to be brought to you by Crossroads, Bill Disberger at Crossroads Real Estate and Auction. And the Mustangs are in the red zone, and just like closing in on the goal line, Bill Disberger at Crossroads Real Estate and Auction will help you cross the finish line on your next property deal. Trust, experience, trust results. Call Bill Disberger today. Rosa is going to hand it off to Bell, and he's going to be ate up in the backfield for a loss. The Red Raiders not fooled on that at all.
Yeah, Zion Bell's one of those really good running backs that if you're not going to gang tackle him, he will at least break that tackle. As we've seen there, he dropped the shoulder and just ran through the linebacker. Great job by Zion Bell. Just really big thing the Red Raiders are going to have to pick up on later in this game.
So it's bringing up 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs from the Wamego 10-yard line.
6 rushes for 13 yards for Zion Bell.
Rosa from the shotgun. He's got twin receivers left, near side. Looks to the sideline to get the play call.
Would not be shocked to see a run here.
And Rosa is going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to make the throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended target was number 10 for the Mustangs. Wyatt Wells. So it's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Mustangs, and they're going to go ahead and try a field goal.
Great job.
Jackson Pendle out to kick the field goal for the Mustangs.
Great job there by the Red Raiders. They're really just kind of playing the drag route because there was really no place to go. Even when he threw it to Wyatt Wells, the cornerback was just right on it. See number 23.
Pendle was 1 for 1 on field goals last week, and it is up, and it is good. So the Mustangs are the first to strike here in the Creek Crimson Classic. They go up 3-0 with 4:23 left here in the first quarter. The Mustangs lead 3-0. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. We'll be right back after our word from our sponsor, Price Physical Therapy.
Price Physical Therapy, a new clinic located in Wamego. They specialize in orthopedic rehabilitation following total joint replacements, arthroscopy procedures for ACL, rotator cuff, meniscus, sports rehab, and injury prevention. They individualize care and treatments of athletes at every level and work with the athlete from initial injury until they return to play, including strength, endurance, agility, and coordination drills. Experience the difference with Price Physical Therapy. To schedule your appointment, visit pricephysicaltherapy.com.
And welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. Rock Creek set to kick the ball off. Number 23, Jackson Pendle, will have those honors. And back deep for the Red Raiders is going to be number 17.
And number 3.
And number 3 for the Red Raiders, that's Rowan Colmeyer. That's number 3. And number 17 is Drew Erickson.
Really love to see how Logan Fulton really comes back after throwing an interception. I do kind of see what he was thinking there. He thought Carson would kind of play the drag route there, but overall, just great job by Carson Burian. We'll see how they respond.
Pooch kick by the Mustangs, and it's going to be initially bobbled, but it's going to be returned by number 17, Drew Erickson, for the Red Raiders, and he's going to be stopped at right about their own 30-yard line. Call that the 27-yard line, it looks like. So the Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10 there. Yeah, I am curious to see how Fulton's going to react to, after throwing that interception, if he's a little bit more timid with the ball or if he's got a short memory and he's just going to keep chucking that ball down the field.
I believe he'll have a short memory. Just watching off of film, this guy's a really good thrower, and as we just seen, a really good runner. So I do believe he'll forget about it and just move on.
Fulton out of the shotgun, trips his receiver's far side. And he's going to hold the ball. He's going to get, we've got a stoppage of play. Got some laundry on the field, I believe. See what the call is.
False start there.
See what the white cap says. There's going to be encroachment on the Mustangs. So costly mistake early here on the Wamego second drive of the evening. That's going to bring up 1st and 5 now for the Red Raiders. And uncharacteristically kind of undisciplined football there from the Mustangs. We'll see if they can clean that up as the game continues.
Yeah, giving Wamego yards is really not something Rock Creek really wants to do, as Wamego will take anything they can get, and including this game is just such a really intense game.
Yeah, and like we talked about during the pregame show, turnovers are a huge deal tonight. So, capitalizing on those turnovers and not making costly errors on the other side of the ball is going to be huge tonight. Fulton out of the shotgun, trip receiver's far side. He's going to keep the ball himself, but he's going to get caught up in the backfield by number 51 for the Mustangs. That is Wade Rottinghouse on the sack. So huge sack there by the Mustangs. And it was 1st and 5. Now we're right back to 2nd, and we're going to say it's 2nd and 12 for the Red Raiders. So a loss of 7 on the play. Great stop by the Mustangs.
Yeah, just a really great job by Wade Rottinghouse. Just shooting the gap. Not really a thing by anything else. Just really got past the guard and just really was able to get a nice, solid, great tackle on the quarterback.
Fulton out of the shotgun. Trip receiver is far side. He's going to send some men in motion. Try and really sack the box on that left side. And he's going to roll out to his left. He's looking that way, but he's going to get sacked again in the backfield. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It looks like it was in the area of holding. And they are going to say it is holding, and that will be declined. So it's going to bring up 3rd and real long for the Red Raiders. Great stop there by the Mustangs.
Great pressure there by the D-line. They just really disrupted this play, as you may have seen. But number 6 was wide open on the drag route, but Logan actually just really had no time to get the ball off with pressure in his face. Just great job there by the Rock Creek D-line.
Yeah, great job by the Mustangs pressuring Fulton.
I believe
in
they
the
rushed
backfield.
5 there.
And the Mustangs will need to keep that up as we go throughout the evening because, like we mentioned in the pregame, Wamego has a very powerful, potent offense. And if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So the Mustangs really need to keep the pressure on here as we bring up 3rd and 16 for the Red Raiders. And we've got a stoppage of play here. It looks like it's going to be a officials timeout as they get something settled here.
Really excited to see how Rock Creek's going to play this obvious, probably passing down here, as their number 1 wide receiver is number 1, Dominic Falco. As the game versus Concordia, they really were not afraid to give this guy the ball.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are monitoring the chat on Facebook and YouTube. I'm got it pulled up right now. So if you guys have anything you want to say down in the chat, or if you got any words you want us to use on the broadcast, or just anything in general, feel free to drop it down in the comments, and we'll give you a shout out on air. I know we've got some Mustang faithful watching on Facebook. Appreciate you guys watching, and like to hear from the Wamego fans as well. So Fulton's going to be out of the shotgun, trips far side. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped short of the original line of scrimmage, and we got flag down, and it could be a face mask. Looked like there might have been a little bit of pulling there.
I believe that was by number 51 on Rock Creek. That'll be
Wade Rottinghouse.
Wade Rottinghouse.
See what the official says here. Still waiting for the official call here. So incidental face mask. And it'll be 5 yards added on to the end of the run. It'll still be 3rd down. So Red Raiders went from 3rd and 20 to now 3rd and manageable. So costly mistake there by the Mustangs. We'll see how their defense responds here.
Really shocking to me by Wamego was the quarterback run. I do believe it was for punting position, but with a 3rd down and long, I really would have thought a pass.
But I mean, if you're really set and pass and you've got a good quarterback designed run, could catch the defense by surprise. Fulton out of the shotgun. He's got trips near side, and we've got a timeout by Wamego. So with 2:19 left to go here in the first period, the Red Raiders take their first timeout. This break in the action is going to be brought to you by Rockin' K's. Hungry for something legendary? Headed to Rockin' K's right next to Bill Snyder Family Stadium in Manhattan. We're serving up crowd favorites like brisket nachos, Asian wraps, juicy burgers, and fresh crave-worthy salads. Planning a party, our event spaces are perfect for birthdays, holiday bashes, and corporate mixers. So whether you're tailgating or celebrating, Rockin' K brings the flavor and the fun. Rockin' K's by the bill. Find us online at www.eatingmhk.com. Also check out our sister stores, Kites Bar and Grill in the heart of Aggieville since 1954, and Mr. K's Cafe and Bar on the west side, serving up unique flatbreads and home of the world-famous cookie bakes. Thank you to Rockin' K's for your support of Rock Creek High School football. And we're back in action as the Red Raiders are going to set up in twin sets, 2 receivers both sides, and they're going to send men in motion. Fulton out of the shotgun, 3rd and 8 from their own 29. Fulton drops back to pass, surveys the field, goes over the middle, and he's going to catch. It's going to be caught by number 17 for the Red Raiders. That is Drew Erickson. So that'll be enough for a first down.
Just really great throw there by Logan Fulton, as he just really was able to get this ball right into the bread basket, right in between a linebacker and a safety. Just great job there by Logan.
Yeah, great job by Erickson there just to find the soft spot in the zone of the Mustang defense right down the middle, and it's good for a first down.
I believe that was about 17 yards.
Red Raiders driving here, trips near side. Fulton's going to keep it himself, quarterback keeper, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about a yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Red Raiders.
Great job there by Rock Creek D. Just kind of really sniffing it up. It was really much blown up right when the ball is snapped. Is just Really was unfortunate. The edge rushers really couldn't get there in time, but just a great job by the interior D-line, was just able to shed the blocks and just get them down to the ground.
And I want to give a huge shout out to the Rock Creek High School broadcast class that is helping us run our cameras this evening, run our broadcast, and of course Xander Dick on the call with us. We appreciate their assistance. Apologize about the screen going dark there for a second, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting the camera settings figured out as we go throughout the evening. Fulton out of the shotgun, receiver far side. He drops back to pass, looks near side, and he's going to fall incomplete. Target was number 6 for the Red Raiders. That is Reed McDiffit. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Red Raiders.
That was a really good concept there from quarterback to wide receiver. Just really was unfortunate. The ball was just kind of not as power as probably number 6 wanted it to be. But overall, just really great concept. Just really unfortunate throw right there.
So 3rd and 8 for the Red Raiders from the Rock Creek 48-yard line. We'll see what they have cooked up here. They got trips receivers far side, Fulton out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion, and Fulton's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be dragged down in the backfield for a huge stop by the Mustangs. That's going to be number 57.
Corday
Kirksey for the Mustangs, leading the charge on that tackle for loss. And that tackle for loss is going to be brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You got to have faith. So 4th and 11 now for the Red Raiders from their own, call it 49.5-yard line. Mustangs send number 6, Noah Valberg, back deep to receive the punt, and he's going to stay away from it. It's going to take a Wamego bounce. And the Red Raiders are going to down the ball at the 11-yard line. We've got 1.9 seconds left on the clock for this first quarter. So we're going to have one play here before the end of the quarter.
So, Cody, what have you really learned so far from both these teams in this first quarter?
I would say Wamego is very much capable of getting the big play. And their defense is nothing to snuff at either. The Mustangs intercepted the ball on Wamego's first drive and had great field position, and Wamego's defense held them to a field goal.
Yeah, for Rock Creek, so far offensively, they're doing really good. It's just really love to see them get this passing offense really moving, but so far on the run, they've just really been getting that taken care of.
Rosa sends men into motion. 2 receivers far side, and he's going to throw the ball over the middle. It's going to be caught by number 15, Carson Taburin. We get a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. And they're going to say it's a false start on the Mustangs. Tough break there on the Mustangs. So it's going to be a 5-yard walk-off, and it will be 1st and 15. We've got zeros on the clock, and they're going to go ahead and say that is quarter. So at the end of 1, Rock Creek leads Wamego Red Raiders 3-0. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, Sunflower Consulting and Bookkeeping.
Overwhelmed with receipts, invoices, payroll, and balancing your books? Keeping your financial records organized can be time-consuming and confusing. Contact Cheryl with Sunflower Consulting and Bookkeeping. She provides expert services to help your business stay on track. She ensures your books are ready for tax season, avoiding any last-minute stress. Call Cheryl for a free consultation at 785-506-4008. Reliable, professional, and affordable bookkeeping services you can count on.
And welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. Rock Creek leads 3-0 after the first quarter. Xander, what were your takeaways from that first quarter?
First quarter, it was really just a really, I'm going to call it crubby, just kind of first quarter. Both these teams are really playing just 2 really competitive teams with each other. Takeaways for both teams. Wamego, really good establishing the run game early. Really love that. Really a downfall for them. Really probably just on the run defensively for them. Rock Creek really establishing that earlier. Rock Creek really loving the run game. Defensively, they got to stop the quarterback run from Wamego. That guy is really good at running the ball, and he's a big guy. He will run you over.
Yeah, you can really see what the Red Raiders are trying to do. They're trying to establish the run game, whether that's, quarterback designed runs or, handing the ball off, maybe a sweep there. Really trying to keep the Mustangs on their feet, get them real, expecting a run-heavy offense, and then making those explosive plays, pass plays, as we saw them do on that previous drive. So here we go. Start of the second quarter. Mustangs have the ball at their own 14-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15 after that false start penalty to end the first quarter. Rosa out of the shotgun. 2 receivers far side, 1 near. Bell in the backfield. Going to sit in man in motion. We've got 2 receivers near side now. Rosa looks to pass. He has to scramble to his right. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run it back towards the middle, and he's going to get a gain of about 6 on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. See where they officially spot the ball.
So you get about 1. Oh, actually, it's 4.
So it's going to be 2nd and 8 now for the Mustangs from their own 12-yard line.
Smart play there by Gavin. Just really couldn't find nobody, and then obviously is not afraid to take off when he needs to. Great quarterback skills right there.
Do love to see it. Rosa out of the shotgun again. 2 receivers near side, Bell in the backfield. And Rosa's going to throw it off to the left side. It's going to fall short, incomplete. Intended target was number 23, Jackson Pindell.
Really was shocked there that Gavin was able to get that ball off, as you saw the defender was basically right in his face. I'm surprised he didn't get there to swat that ball away, but just great job by Rosa to getting that ball out.
Yeah, it seemed like it was kind of a designed hot route. Like Rosa didn't even check the right side. Definitely was just looking at Pindell on the left side, and the ball just, I think you're right, he got rushed there and the ball fell short. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Got a stoppage of play here. See what the referees are chatting about here. Oh, looks like a player had some equipment malfunction. He's going to have to come off the field. And we got a substitution by the Raiders. Swapping out a lot of players. And there for a second, it didn't look like they were going to cover that receiver on the far side. So twin set, 2 receivers far, 2 near. Rosa drops back to pass, and he's going to throw it quickly over the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete. Intended receiver was number 23 again, I believe. No, that's going to be number 10 for the Mustangs, Wyatt Wells. And it's going to make up 4th and 8. Mustangs have the ball on their own 12. So we'll see a punt here by Jackson Pindell.
Really unfortunate here for Rock Creek. They're just really not getting the completions that are really necessary to get it. Otherwise, Wamego really playing some really close coverage. It's just unfortunate with not being able to complete these passes.
Number 2, Jacob DeRoche, back deep for the Red Raiders. He's standing, well, I wouldn't call it deep, but he's standing at the Rock Creek 45-yard line. Jackson Pindell back to punt the ball away for the Mustangs. Good punt here by Jackson, and it's going to be fair caught, and he's going to fumble the ball right at the 40-yard line. Looks like he fell back on it, and he did. So that's the Wamego Red Raiders will take over at the Mustang 40-yard line. That was number 2, Jacob DeRoche, on the reception for the Red Raiders. And Fulton and company are setting up shop at the Mustang 40. So tall order here for the Mustang defense to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, this is the closest Wamegos really have been in their territory, besides, without the penalties. We'll see how we can do on this drive to hopefully stop Wamego.
Fulton out of the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off to number 22, I believe, for the Red Raiders. That's Brody Cottom.
Fun fact.
And he's going to fall forward for a gain of 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8.
Fun fact for the night, Wamego, that's for Wamego's first actual run play besides from the quarterback.
You're correct, yeah. So we'll see if they elect to keep going that direction or Fulton's going to get some more designed runs called in for him. Fulton out of the shotgun. Single receiver far and near. Sends him into motion. And Fulton's going to hand the ball off again. And at this time, it's going to be to number 40. Number 41 for the Red Raiders. That's Mason Ick. I believe Ick is the correct pronunciation. If I botch that, please let me know in the comments below. And that's going to be a gain of 4 on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Red Raiders from the Mustang 34-yard line.
I was really shocked not to see this guy earlier in the game. From film I watched versus Concordia, this guy was a playmaker on offense for him. This guy is, we just seen he broke like 3 tackles.
Yeah,
he's a big body.
He was definitely, I thought there for sure he was about to get the corner on the outside, break a couple tackles, and be gone.
Be wary of number 1 here.
Fulton sends man in motion, 2 receivers far side. Fulton's going to keep it himself, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, maybe just behind by a couple Mustangs there, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss. Big stop by the Mustang defense. This defensive play is brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith. So that's going to bring up 4th and long for the Red Raiders. We'll see if they elect to go for it. It's a little too close to the Mustang end zone to punt here. We'll see what head coach
I'm really surprised.
Weston Moody elects to do here. It looks like they're going to go for it. Fulton out of the shotgun. 1 receiver far and near. We've got number 41, Mason Ike, in the backfield for, excuse me, that's number 25, Talon Conrad in the backfield. And Wamego's going to call a timeout here. So with 8:32 left to go in the second quarter, the Red Raiders use their second timeout of the half. And that break in the action is going to be brought to you by Price Physical Therapy. We'll be right back after a word from them.
Price Physical Therapy, a new clinic located in Wamego. They specialize in orthopedic rehabilitation following total joint replacements, arthroscopy procedures for ACL, rotator cuff, meniscus, sports rehab, and injury prevention. They individualize care and treatments of athletes at every level and work with the athlete from initial injury until they return to play, including strength, endurance, agility, and coordination drills. Experience the difference with Price Physical Therapy. To schedule your appointment, visit pricephysicaltherapy.com.
And welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. So 4th and 6 for the Red Raiders from the Mustang 36-yard line. Fulton out of the shotgun. 1 receiver far, 1 near. Mason Ike in the backfield for the Red Raiders. And Fulton's going to drop back to pass. He looks on the right side, and it's going to be a fall incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down on the field, so we'll see who that's on.
Actually very curious on that. It was from the...
It was kind of in the area of maybe, defensive holding on the outside.
It's reasonable, as I'm really shocked they have not taken a shot at number 1 yet for Wamego.
Well, they're going to say that it was a false start by the Red Raiders. Mustangs are going to decline that penalty. So the Red Raiders turn it over on downs. Rock Creek will have it 1st and 10 from their own 36. Great stop there by the Mustangs.
Great job there, pass coverage. Really not leaving anyone open. That throw out there to number 6, their wide receiver for Wamego. It was in triple coverage. Just really good pass break up there. Even if that guy, number 6, would have caught it for Wamego, he was probably going to get clobbered by the safety right there, but just great job.
Rosa out of the shotgun, and he's going to throw to his right, number 1, Luke Skimmer, and he's going to make a man miss, and then he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 6 on the play, I believe. Number 16, Hayden Simon on the stop for the Red Raiders. So you're going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs on their own 43-yard line.
For both passes of the night for Rosa, it's really just been the same pass plays, both to
Rosa's going to hand the ball off to number 51, Wade Rottinghouse, and he just absolutely trucks forward, breaks a couple tackles, and is going to get a gain of a couple there. Was met in the backfield.
Broke a tackle, yeah. I believe at least 3.
Yeah.
There'll be a gain of 3 for Wade Rottinghouse.
And it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the Mustang 45-yard line. Great job on the replay there by our production team. Like to see that.
For Wamego,
Rosa out of the shotgun, 2 receivers far, 1 near. And it's going to be a handoff again to Wade Rottinghouse, and he just
drops the shoulder.
is just an absolute,
unit.
Car collision at the line of scrimmage every time. And he's going to get forward far enough for a Mustang first down.
What a great job there by Wade.
He's just running downhill.
Textbook Jerome Bettis running right there.
Running down the hill.
Drops the shoulder and just...
And to Wamego's defense, they are meeting him right there at the line of scrimmage. Like I said, it is a car crash when those two meet at the line of scrimmage. Love to see it here in the Creek Crimson Classic. Rosa out of the shotgun. 2 receivers near side. He's going to hand it off. Again to Wade Rottinghouse. He's going to cough the ball up.
He recovers it.
And lucky to fall back on the ball. There's almost a turnover right there at midfield for the Mustangs, but Rottinghouse lucky enough to fall on the ball. And that's going to bring up 2nd and short for the Mustangs. I'm sure the coach is on the head or offensive coordinator. Coach Smith is going to have a few words for him to remember to protect the ball.
Lucky enough, the ball really kind of stopped where he fell, so lucky enough for Wade to be able to recover that. But just great job by the D-line, just really punching that ball out.
Yeah, 3 Wamego defenders right there when the ball did come out. Rosa out of the shotgun, 2 receivers far side, sends a man in motion. Bell back in the game in the backfield, and he's going to get the nod, get the carry, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Bell does a couple of spin moves, and he's going to get a gain of about get a gain of about a yard on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Mustangs.
7 for 14 on the night. It's been a while since he's ran the ball. Great job there by Wamego D-line, just block shedding and being able to get that stop right there. Big play for him.
For sure.
Wade Rottinghouse in the backfield once again, so would not be shocked to see another run here as we just witnessed.
Yeah, the Mustangs did, like last week against Bishop Ward, had a definitely run-heavy offense. They handed the ball off to Luke Smith and Zion Bell, and they both ran quite well. And Wade Rottinghouse is going to get the nod again, but this time he's going to be met in the backfield. Great stop there by the Wamego Red Raider defense. It's going to be a loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about...
I lost about 1 or 2.
Loss of 1 on the play, so it's going to bring up 4th and 3 from the the Red Raider 45-yard line.
Great job there.
And looks like the Mustangs are going to punt. Back deep for the Red Raiders is number 2, Jacob DeRoche.
Great job there by number 8 for the Red Raiders.
Could be DeRoche. We'll have to get the pronunciation at halftime. Good punt here, and it's going to travel out of bounds. And the officials are going to say it went out at the 20-yard line. So the Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So that drive looked promising by the Mustangs, had a lot of momentum, and then the Red Raider defense just stiffens up and forces Rock Creek to punt.
Yeah, really good defense there. Really just stopping that run towards the end. I mean, towards the beginning, really just a good run game by Rock Creek, but then towards the end of the drive, they just really were able to stiffen up and stop the run. Now let's see what they can do on offense.
Fulton out of the shotgun, twin receiver sends Receiver in motion, trips far side. Fulton drops back to pass, looking downfield. Heaves it deep. It's going to be caught by number 1 for the Red Raiders, Dominic Falco. Huge gain there by the Red Raiders offense.
Gain about.
Going to be a gain of almost 30 there. They're going to say he's down at the 48-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 28. And the Raiders are going hurry up offense here. Fulton sends a man in motion. Twin receivers. Fulton's going to keep it himself. Charges forward for a gain of about 2 on the play. So it's going to make up 2nd and 8. Great job there by the Red Raider offense to follow up the big play with a quick second play to get the Mustangs off balance. Great job by the Mustangs to recognize it and get the stop.
Mustangs are really starting to recognize that quarterback run. If you're Wamego here, you're really going to have to start switching up the plays. And as we just clearly just seen the play ago, throwing the ball. Not afraid to do that now.
Yeah, I really think they're going to they're really setting up that that play action from the QB designed to run well. Trips receivers near side. Fulton drops back to pass. He's going to throw off to his right to an open man. That man makes another man miss, and he's going to charge down to the sideline. And number 9 for the Mustangs is going to make the stop. That was Brody Clark.
Brody Clark. Nice catch there by Brody Clark. As the Wamego is really just, they're trotting down the field right here. Good play for about a 14.
And that ball was caught by Reed McDiffett. Fulton out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion, and he's going to hand the ball off. And he's going to be met in the backfield immediately by the Mustangs. That's going to be number 52 for the Mustangs, Nick Allen. So that tackle for loss is going to be brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith.
Great job there by Nick Allen, just really learning the play and just blowing it up. Was not fooled there whatsoever.
So big stop there by the Mustangs. The Red Raider offense is definitely charging. We've got a little under 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Red Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. So imperative here that the Mustangs get the stop. And if you're a Red Raider fan, a score here and then getting the ball right back after halftime is going to be huge. Fulton drops back to pass, looks down the field to his right side, makes a connection over there on the far side of the field. Number 6, Reed McDiffett on the catch for the Red Raiders, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 now. So the Red Raiders get back to almost a little past the original line of scrimmage.
Really good play right there. Just kind of finding a short route just to be able to get them into a more reasonable range to go on 4th down if they really need to.
And as the seconds tick down here at the end of the first half, it is important to note that the Red Raiders only have 1 timeout remaining. They have used 2 to this point. So it kind of limits the options that Coach Moody can use here down the stretch. Fulton out of the shotgun, drops back to pass. He's going to throw to the near side, and it's going to be almost caught by the Red Raiders. That was number 17 on the target, Drew Erickson, for the Red Raiders, and in and out of the hands. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back. That's going to bring up 4th and long for the Red Raiders. Minute 15 left here in this second quarter. Clock stops, and decision now for head coach Weston Moody.
Just a really great throw there by Logan Fulton. Just really good, kind of a lob pass, but just really unfortunate he was not able to bring that in. If he would have brought that in, I believe that would have been a first down.
For sure. So big 4th down here for the Wamego Red Raiders. Fulton out of the shotgun. Got trip receivers near side. A little bit of miscommunication here by the receivers. They finally get out there. They've got 4 on this near side. See if the Mustang defense can pick them up. Got a flag on the play. Fulton's going to get chased in the backfield. Evades the sack, but offloads the ball. It's going to drop incomplete, and we'll see what that flag is.
Believe it is a false start.
We'll see what the head official says. Still waiting on a word here.
overall, just great defensive pass rush by the Mustangs. They really gave Logan really nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a few Red Raiders open down the field, but he had just got so much pressure in his face that he had no chance to really get his eyes downfield and make a clean throw. The head officials over there talking to the Wamego head coaches. See what they say here. Still have a 4th down marker on the far side of the field. So we'll see what the final decision is here. Still waiting on a word from our head official. They got the ball spotted back at the line of scrimmage, so I wonder if there was 2 flags on the play. They'd be offsetting in a replay of the down. And we've got a false start on the Red Raiders. That is declined. And it's going to be a turnover on down. So 1st and 10. And it's going to also be an intentional grounding on the offense. And it'll be an automatic loss of down. So either way, it's going to be a 1st down for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
So far from this second quarter, really what I've noticed is we're just getting really good pass rush. Rock Creek really isn't throwing the ball out. Wamego going with the throw game, but really can't get any throws off because Rock Creek's defensive pass rush is just really there.
Yeah, the Mustangs have done a great job stopping the run, and it's really kind of forcing the Red Raiders to get one-dimensional, and that is, you never want to be an offensive coordinator and get pinned in a situation where you're one-dimensional and you really got to rely on the passing game, unless you got Tom Brady in the backfield, obviously.
Yeah.
But anyways, the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10. Rose out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself and run up the middle. He's got room. He's got a couple men to beat. He takes off, and he's going to be brought down at the Red Raider 25-yard line. Huge run there by number 4, Gavin Rosa, for the Mustangs. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Red Raider 25-yard line. Take a look at that again. Rosa is going to make a man miss and just charge right up the middle. Great blocking there by the Mustangs. He makes another man miss, and he's finally going to get hauled down. But a huge gain there. Rosa is going to roll to his right, looks to pass. He's going to make the throw, and it's going to fall incomplete. It looks like number 8 for the Mustangs, Tate Smith, was the intended target on that throw.
Really fortunate there for Gavin Rosa, as the wide receiver just really didn't know where that ball was, but the Wamego defender was not.
Yeah, Raiders were in the zone there, and if one of those Red Raiders would have found the ball, that could have been dangerous, but falls harmlessly incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Rosa out of the shotgun, sends a man in motion, and he's going to get hammered in the backfield. Wow, number 25 and number 41 on the stop for the Red Raiders. That's Talon Conrad, and number 41 is Mason Ike. Great shot there by the Red Raider defense. They were not fooled on that at all. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Mustangs. 22 seconds left to go here in the first half.
I believe that was the
Mustangs haven't called a timeout here. They've got 3 to burn. And they're finally going to call a timeout here. I was wondering if head coach Shane Sieben was going to call a timeout there, give his offense some time to think about it. And we'll keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen. So 13.8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mustangs have the ball at the Red Raider 27-yard line. So realistically, they've got about 2 plays left. You know, you're going to be looking for either a quick strike, passing the ball, try and get something up close, call a timeout right away, kick the field goal, and head into the half with the lead 6-0.
I'm not shocked whatsoever if they take at least one shot here. But overall, I mean, yeah, probably what you said. Mostly main goal.
Yeah, they've got 2 timeouts here. Plenty of time on the clock to maybe even get 2 plays off, call the timeout, and then kick the field goal. Mustangs do have 2 timeouts remaining. So we'll see what
They did.
offensive coordinator Justin Smith cooks up here for the Mustangs. Rosa from the shotgun, 2 receivers far, 2 near, sends a man in motion. And Rosa's going to hand the ball off to Zion Bell. He's going to run up the middle, makes a couple man miss, and he's going to be brought down by his shoelace at the 15-yard line. So that's going to be enough for a first down. 7.8 seconds remaining. We're going to have a timeout, I believe. Bell comes up limping, but makes it off the field under his own power. I think Bell last year has suffered from some ankle injuries. So hopefully he remains healthy and is fine. So yes, we do have a timeout here by Rock Creek. They've got 1 remaining fresh set of downs from the Red Raider 15-yard line. And with that the Mustangs enter the red zone. And just like closing in on the goal line, Bill Disberger at Crossroads Real Estate and Auction will help you cross the finish line on your next property deal. Trust experience, trust results. Call Bill Disberger today at Crossroads Real Estate and Auction.
Mustangs probably looking to probably most likely go for a field goal here, but also if they have the shot to take a touchdown here, they probably will. With 7.8 seconds here, personally, I'd probably try to take a shot, but obviously a shot that guarantees either a touchdown or just a straight incompletion.
Yeah, honestly, I can see the Mustangs just running the ball here because, you know, you got Bell, you've got quite a few running backs. You got Wade Ridinghouse, who's just running like a truck. Rosa rolls out to his right, looks to pass, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to go down right about the 11-yard line, and there's 1.9 seconds remaining on the clock. So almost ran out of time there, but saves it, and it's going to bring on number 23, Jackson Pindell, on to kick the field goal. So Pindell is 2 for 2 on the year for field goals.
That was a close one there for the Mustangs.
He might have had 2 field goals last week because it was 51. We'll look that up. We'll get back to you on that, ladies and gentlemen. While we try and be professional, we're not that professional here, ladies and gentlemen. We like to have fun. So 1.9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mustangs are going to more than likely kick a field goal here, try get the points, and go into half with the lead 6-0. And Wamego will have the ball when we come back from half. And it looks like that's exactly what Coach Steven elected to do here. Number 23, Jackson Pindell, out to kick the field goal. It's going to be a, call it 26-yard field goal. And
Wamego will try to ice the kicker.
Wamego is going to use their final timeout here, give Jackson Pindell some more time to think about it. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Number 23, Jackson Pindell, to kick the field goal attempt. Call it 26 yards. Snap, hold, kick is up, plenty of leg, and
it's not
no good. So,
but we have flags on the field.
We do have flags. What does the head referee have to say here? Oh, looks like we've got a player down for the Mustangs. Get a number as soon as he gets up. Looks like it might have been.
These were late flags, so that could be.
So it's number 23, Jackson Pindell, the kicker himself, that came up limping on that play. Probably going to have roughing the kicker on this. We'll see what the head referee says. If so,
that puts them even closer.
I'm not sure who the personal foul roughing the kicker on the defense. I believe that is half the distance to the goal, and it will be. So the Mustangs will have another chance here at the Wamego, call it 7-yard line. So Mustangs are going to line up to kick the field goal again. So it's going to be about a 17-yard field goal here for number 23, Jackson Pindell. Another opportunity to kick the ball here and get some points and go into the locker room. Snap, hold, ball is up, plenty of leg, and it's going to be no good again. So Jackson Pindell 1 for 2 on the night for field goals, and that's going to do it for us here in the first half. Mustangs go into the half with the lead 3-0. Wamego Red Raiders will have the ball when they come back. But before we send you to break, we have to bring you our shortstop bandit brain teaser of today's game. So this game's bandit brain teaser is brought to you by a shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. The question is, as soon as we can get it queued up. Some minor production issues here. Hopefully it's the correct question. So the question is, since 2010, who holds the edge in the Rock Creek Wamego football series? So I know they played more games, since 2010, but that's what ChatGPT would give me. It could search back any further. So since 2010, who holds the edge in the Rock Creek Wamego football series? That is the shortstop bandit brain teaser. We will bring that answer to you when we get back from break. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Backroads Broadcasting's coverage of Rock Creek High School football powered by Rampage Academy. For about 2.5 minutes. We've got 2.5 minutes on the clock. I think there's a warm-up time. Both teams just came back out on the field. But before we get back to our coverage of tonight's game, I have to give a shout-out to Rampage Academy. Rampage Academy is a proud sponsor of the Rock Creek Mustangs. Rampage Academy is devoted to the mission of providing all-in-one services to both athletes and adults. From strength, agility, and quickness courses, mental fortitude courses, nutrition education, and position-specific clinics for athletes, all located in St. George. Whether you want to be in the best shape of your life or become the best of your sport, be sure to check out our website, www.rampageacademy-academy.com today. Go Mustangs. Got a minute 40 on the clock here before we're back in action. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Backroads Broadcasting coverage of Rock Creek High School sports powered by Rampage Academy. Before we get started with the second half action, I have to give a huge shout out to one of our sponsors, Flint Hills Window Cleaning. Bring the sparkle back to your view with Flint Hills Window Cleaning. Locally owned and operated, they specialize in making your windows shine inside and out. Whether it's your home or business, their attention to detail and commitment to quality will leave every pane of crystal clear. Call or text Skylar today at 785-844-2723 for your free estimate. That's 785-844-2723. Flint Hills Window Cleaning, because a clear view makes all the difference. So we've got 2.5 minutes until we're back in action here at The Rock in the Mustangs home opener, second game of the year. And Xander has our first half stats.
Thank you, Cody. So far, honestly, to be honest, Wamego is really they're really moving the sticks. In the first half, they have 12 first downs compared to us, Rock Creek, with 5. Rushing yards were 14 for 51, and Wamego is 14 for 46. Average yards for us is 3.6, and then for Wamego on rushing is 3.3. Passing completion percentage, we're 3 for 7 with 0 interceptions. And Wamego is 4 for 10 with 1 interception. Passing average is 5.2. And Wamego is, we're actually 2.1 for average, and Wamego is 7.1 for average. Total yards, we're at 61 passing yards, and Wamego has 111. Average yards for passing is 2.9, and for them is 4.4. Turnovers, we're winning the turnover margin. Third down conversions, we're 4 for 7, Wamego, 4 for 6. For fourth downs, they're 1 for 2, we're 0 for 0. And sacks, we have 1. So far for Rock Creek, defensively doing all right, but offensively doing very meh, I guess I would say.
I definitely think the old adage, defense wins championships, is true, as we have an absolute brawl here tonight in the Creek Crimson Classic with Rock Creek coming into the second half, leading the Wamego Red Raiders 3-0. But the Wamego Red Raiders will start the second half with the ball. And we're set to get underway here in the second half. Number 23, Jackson Pindell, to kick the ball away for the Mustangs.
For this type of football, for both teams, I really want to see Rock Creek be able to pass this ball. And in the second half, I really would love to see Wamego just really able to run the ball a little bit better.
And the ball's going to be fielded right about the Wamego 20-yard line. And he's got room to run. He's busted to the outside. Got 2 men to beat. And he's going to be shoe-strung tackle at the Mustang 40-yard line by number 23, Jackson Pindell. The kicker making the final stop and prevents the touchdown. So great start here for the Wamego Red Raiders as they're going to be set up with perfect field position to begin their first drive of the second half.
As we talked about earlier, special teams is really a big factor in these games. And for Wamego, what a great return for Rock Creek. Just really unfortunate.
Unfortunately, they're going to call that back. They've got holding on the Red Raiders. So after a great kick return, it's all for naught. And the Red Raiders are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. So big break there for the Mustangs, and not a great start to the second half if you're Wamego. Some scores from around the league. Beloit leading Concordia 20-13 at halftime. And at half, Abilene leads over Chapman 13-0. I believe that is the longest running rivalry west of the Mississippi. More on that later as Fulton out of the shotgun sends a man in motion. He's going to bobble the snap, and he's going to roll out to his left, just has to run with it, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. So a gain of 0 on the play, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And here shortly, we'll bring you the answer to that shortstop bandit brain teaser. The next stop in action, we'll get that answer for you.
Great job there by Logan, just making a play out of, a little disaster right there, a little low snap, and instead of just kind of, freaking out about it, was able to pick it up and, might have not gotten anything, but still better than losing any yards.
Indeed. Fulton from the shotgun trips near side, sends a man in motion. 2 near, 1 far receiver. Fulton sends another man in motion, and he's going to keep it himself, run it up the middle, another quarterback-designed run, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 2 on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Red Raiders. And really just, man, you felt that momentum shift right away, getting that huge kick return on the ensuing kickoff here in the second half. And to have it called back, it just really kind of feels like that momentum that Wamego had generated is just gone. We'll see if Fulton can re-energize the Red Raiders offense and the crowd. Great attendance tonight by the Wamego faithful and the Rock Creek faithful here for the Creek Crimson Classic. Fulton drops back. We got a flag on the play. Fulton surveys, throws it down the middle, and it's going to be caught at the 45-yard line. Call it 44-yard line. That's going to be number 12 on the reception for the Red Raiders. That is Chase Heffley, and it's going to be called back.
False start.
False start on the Red Raiders. So another costly mistake by the Red Raiders. Uncharacteristic of what we've seen from the Red Raiders in the past. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and
13, I believe.
3rd down and 12, I think. 7 plus 5 is 12. So third and 12 from their own 11-yard line. 13. Okay, we'll go with that. So 3rd and 13 for the Red Raiders. Trips far side. 1 receiver near. Sends a man in motion. Fulton drops back to pass. Looks right. Drops it down the middle. And he's going to be met immediately by number 52 for the Mustangs. That is Nick Allen. So gain of 0 on the play, and that is going to bring up 4th down for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, tonight Wamego have really shot themselves in the foot. There's been multiple times they've had really big plays. There's been 2 very big plays this drive, but they just really have not really been able to do it.
They've been called back on penalties, yeah. So Punt here by the Red Raiders. It's a decent one. It's going to take a Rock Creek bounce and then a Wamego bounce. And it's going to be downed at the Red Raider 42-yard line. So the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 there. And we're going to go ahead and bring you the answer to that shortstop bandit brain teaser. Again, that shortstop bandit brain teaser brought to you by Shortstop. No matter where you're going and how long it takes to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. That question was, since 2010, who holds the edge in the Rock Creek Wamego football series? And we'll get it up on the screen eventually. I'll just go ahead and, there we go. Bandit Brain Teaser, since 2010, who holds the edge in the Rock Creek Wamego football series? That answer is Wamego. They lead the series 5-4. They split 2010 to 2017 at 4-4, and then Wamego won last year to give them the edge. And Zion Bell is going to get the carry right up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 7 on the play. So great run there by number 2, Zion Bell. Mustangs have some heavy runners. Zion Bell, a little shifty, but also runs downhill. Wade Rottinghouse, number 51, just an absolute tank. Yeah. Running hard down the middle. And number 22, Luke Smith, has gotten a couple nods so far this evening. So the Mustangs with a great running back core.
Yeah, great job there by Wamego, a defensive line able to stop the run.
Zion Bell's going to try and bounce it to the outside, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 1 on the play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs from the Red Raider 34-yard line.
If we've learned anything tonight from Wamego, specifically on defense, it's one of those teams, defensively specifically, they really kind of give in a little bit, but towards the end of the drive, they really are able to, lock down and start, firming up like stonewalling.
Yeah, for sure. And it's one of those deals, too, where the closer you get to the opponent's end zone, the harder it becomes to pass because the box just gets, there's not as much room. So and the Mustangs are very run heavy, so it gives them the Red Raiders a chance to load the box. And so there's going to be a handoff again to number 2, Zion Bell, and he's going to fall forward again for a gain of about 2 on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th and, about a yard for the Mustangs. We'll see what the Mustangs elect to do here. We've got an official's timeout to measure. And while we've got this stoppage in play, we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Rockin' K's. Hungry for something legendary? Head to Rockin' K's right next to the Bill Snyder Family Stadium in Manhattan. We're serving up crowd favorites like brisket nachos, Asian wraps, juicy burgers, and fresh, crave-worthy salads. Planning a party, our event spaces are perfect for birthdays, holiday bashes, and corporate mixers. So whether you're tailgating or celebrating, Rockin' K's brings all the flavor and the fun. Rockin' K's by the Bill. Find us online at www.eatingmhk.com. Also check out our sister stores, Kites Bar and Grill in the heart of Aggieville since 1954, and Mr. K's Cafe and Bar on the west side, serving up unique flatbreads and home of the world-famous cookie bakes. And they are going to confirm that it is just short, so 4th and inches here for the Mustangs as they look to either kick a field goal here or cook up some magic and continue the drive. We talked at halftime, 3 points is not enough to win this game.
And also with just Jackson Pendle's accuracy towards the end is really unfortunate. So as you and me seen, I think we give it to Wade.
Yeah, I mean Jackson Pendle has plenty of the leg to get the ball there. We'll see if that injury there on that first field goal attempt makes a difference tonight. And the give is going to be to Zion Bell, and he's going to get the first down and more. And that's going to move the Mustangs into the red zone. And this trip to the red zone is going to be brought to you by Flint Hills ISR. This Rock Creek Red Zone trip is brought to you by Flint Hills ISR and Wendy Rogers. Your child can become their own flotation device and even save their own life. Call Wendy today at 785-230-9574. Thank you to Flint Hills ISR and Wendy Rogers for sponsoring this Rock Creek trip to the red zone. Well, I might have jumped the gun a little too early there. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Rock Creek 24. A little hard to see from the booth up here. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. And Rose is going to throw to his right. Number 1, Luke Skinner on the reception for the Mustangs.
Gain of about, I'd say, 6. Gain of 8, actually, so it'll be a gain of 8, so we'll have 14 yards on the night. Rock Creek really hasn't passed the ball too much tonight, which actually kind of shocking to me, as Gavin Rosa threw for 89 yards versus Bishop Ward, so kind of unexpected to me.
Yep, Mustangs obviously do have a strong run game. We'll see how that passing offense develops throughout the season, as you don't want to, unintentionally make yourself one-dimensional, as the Mustangs have tried to do against the Red Raiders tonight and been semi-successful. Rosa's going to hand the ball off to Zion Bell again. Zion's going to try and bounce to the outside, and he's going to be tackled by a horde of Red Raiders. We're gonna Google that and get the correct name for a group of Raiders.
I believe it'll be a gain of 1, if that. And we're gonna say a gain of nothing. Has 12 rushes on the night for 41 yards, so Zion Bell has really been productive for the Mustangs.
Okay, so it's just...
Oh, it was a gain of 1. Actually, it was a first down.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs from the Red Raider 14-yard line. And it is truly just a group of Raiders making the stop on that one. Gavin Rosa out of the shotgun, 2 receivers near, 1 far. And Wade Roddinghouse is going to get the nod. He's going to fall forward for a gain. I'm going to say no gain on the play. Number 15 for the Mustangs, coming off a little shaky. That's Carson Taburin. He's going to be replaced by number 7.
I believe that's Ezra Spiller.
Ezra Spiller. The first time we've called his name tonight, I believe.
Yeah, he comes in as substitutional defensive tackle. Not defensive tackle, tight end. I don't know why that came to mind. I would love to see a pass play here, but in reality, I'm not opposed to seeing Wade run up the middle again, as he is a tank, and they will do just that. Actually,
Rose is going to look to throw. Almost gets hit on his backside, but the pass is going to be complete to number 1, Luke Skinner. Good job by Rosa to get that pass off in time. Looks like he did take a shot, but he's all right. And that's going to make it 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs from the Red Raiders 7-yard line. Mustangs looking to punch it in here. We're going to have Rosa out of the shotgun, 2 receivers near, 1 far. Wade Roddinghouse and Zion Bell both in the backfield for the Mustangs. And Rosa's going to keep it for himself. He's going to toss it out to number 2, Zion Bell. Red Raiders not fooled on that. That's going to be number 11, Craig Simonson, on the stop for the Red Raiders.
Great job there. Wamego just really sniffed that one out. In fact, the defender was already on top of Zion Bell. Like, he was waiting for him to catch that ball.
Yeah, had a running back screen, wasn't fooled. And good stop here by the Red Raiders, as the Mustangs are going to elect to kick the field goal here.
Jackson Pindell.
Jackson Pindell 1 for 2 on the night. Saw him miss that field goal right before we went into half. We'll see if Jackson can convert the point here.
This one's a little left, so we'll see if he'll be able to kick it right down the middle.
Kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good. So Jackson Pindell makes it 6-0 in favor of the Mustangs with 4:36 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, Sunflower Consulting and Bookkeeping. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network.
Overwhelmed with receipts, invoices, payroll, and balancing your books? Keeping your financial records organized can be time-consuming and confusing. Contact Cheryl with Sunflower Consulting and Bookkeeping. She provides expert services to help your business stay on track. She ensures your books are ready for tax season, avoiding any last-minute stress. Call Cheryl for a free consultation at 785-506-4008. Reliable, professional, and affordable bookkeeping services you can count on.
Welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. Score is now 6-0 in favor of the Mustangs with 4:36 left to go here in the third quarter. Just a score update. K-State leads Arizona 3-0, and there is 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter of that contest. And the Mustangs with the advantage here. You know, if I was talking to the PA announcer next door and some of the guys over there, if you would have told me at the beginning of the game that, you know, heading into the half we were, you know, it was a 3-0 ball game, I definitely would have, you know, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. We have seen a great defensive game by both teams tonight. Offenses are not doing bad. They get some, you know, momentum built up, and then defense just steps up. So in for a great battle here tonight in the Crimson Classic. And that's not going to be fielded by anybody, and the Mustangs are going to fall on the ball, and we'll see who comes up with it, and they're going to say that the ball is going to be picked up by the Red Raiders. Number 11, Owen Geyer, almost caught the ball, or almost fell on the ball there for the Mustangs, and that would have been huge for Rock Creek. A bit of a miscommunication there by the Red Raiders on who was going to field the ball. And it looks like number 22 for the Red Raiders is going to be the man that fell on the ball, and that's going to be that's going to be Brody Cottam. So 1st and 10 now for the Red Raiders from their own 12-yard line. Fulton in the shotgun.
Just really lucky there from the Wamego Red Raiders. Like, really bad miscommunication. I don't think a single person touched that ball until
Fulton looks to pass, has a man on the left side of the field, and it's going to be caught by number 4 for the Red Raiders. That is Arden Sylvester. Great job there by Fulton. Looked like a bit of a busted play, but he finds Sylvester down the sideline for the reception, and that is going to be a first down for the Red Raiders. Great job there to give themselves some room between them and the goal line. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Wamego 30-yard line. Fulton out of the shotgun. Got 3 receivers near, 1 far. Fulton, bit of a bobbled snap, and they're going to blow the play dead. They're going to say he was down whenever he picked up that ball. So it's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play for the Red Raiders after that bobbled snap.
Yeah, tonight the center is really not getting that ball up for Logan. There's been multiple times where that snap has just been really low. Surprisingly, good thing Logan is just such a really good playmaker and is able to make something out of it. But for future games for Wamego, that is a big concern. I'd probably be looking at towards film and future practices.
For sure. And just wanted to give a shout out to all of our fans watching both on Facebook and YouTube. If you would, leave us a comment below where you watch from, who you're rooting for. We'll give you a shout out here on the broadcast. Fulton out of the shotgun, got trips receivers near, 1 far. Drops back to pass, surveys, got plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, and Wade was chasing him down, but he makes the pass, and it's caught by number 30 for the Red Raiders, and that is Trig Sly. Trig Sly on the reception for the Red Raiders.
Gain of about 14, I'd say. He's right on the border of a first down.
So you're going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Raiders at their own 40-yard line. Call it, 39-yard line. 40 is the line of gain.
Great job there by Logan. Just the pressure in his face and doesn't really, you know, freak out. Just looks down the field, finds a wide open receiver, and just gets the ball to him. Just great job. Great quarterback play.
Great poise there by Fulton. Fulton out of the shotgun, 2 receivers far, 1 near. Another low snap, but he fields it cleanly and design quarterback run, and looks like he's going to fall forward.
Believe he
for the first down. So yes, 1st and 10 from their own 40 and call it half-yard line.
Very good play there. Just catch the ball and just really just kind of jumps for it and is just barely able to make it. Just great job by Logan for just yards the game there.
Yeah, don't need to run it for 10 when all you need is 1.
But also just great job there by Rock Creek D-line. They really got the block shit. It was just really unfortunate that, you know, kind of dove low and there's really nothing to do when kind of dives low.
Fulton out of the shotgun, drops back to pass, surveys the field, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get corralled in the backfield by number 15 and number 21 number 51, Wade Roddinghouse, and number 15, Carson Chaburin on the sack. That tackle for loss is brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith.
I really love that bull rush by both interior defensive linemen. They just bull rushed straight up the middle. Both the offensive line were pushed back. Logan was really just corralled, and then were able to bring him down. Great job by that D-line right there.
Fulton out of the shotgun.
Student section getting loud.
Fulton drops back to pass, surveys the field, has to step up in the pocket again, and he's going to get corralled again by a herd of Mustangs. Wade Roddinghouse among them, and that's number 5 Declan McKinney, and didn't catch number 57 for the Mustangs, Corday Kirksey, all in on the sack. That tackle for loss is brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith. So good string of downs here for the Mustangs, and if you're a Red Raiders fan, got to expect more out of the offensive line there. Mustangs are bringing it.
Bringing pressure. They're only rushing about 4, and they're just getting a massive pressure. This O-linemen are getting pushed back, which is really great for defense, but offensively, that's got to,
Got to change there. It's 3rd and 29 now for the Red Raiders. Got a stoppage here, and it's going to be a timeout by the Wamego Red Raiders. And we're going to keep it right here, folks, on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. So, minute 17 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Red Raiders are pinned back deep.
Such a great defensive performance from this D-line in general. This D-line, I feel like they just don't get enough credit. Like, rushing 4, and they're pushing back 5 O-linemen, and they're weighing, like, I don't know, roughly 250, 275. That's immaculate, and it's really great how they're corralling Logan. Folk, as we both know, he is a dual-threat quarterback. And just being able to get 2 straight back-to-back sacks is really impressive.
Yeah, one of our keys to victory for Rock Creek was to stay home on defense. Stay disciplined against Wamego's motion and all the mixed direction plays. And we've really seen that tonight from the Mustangs. They've done a great job staying home, staying on their coverages. There've been a couple blown coverages, a couple of great plays made by the Red Raiders wide receivers. But so far, the Mustangs have held the Red Raiders scoreless, and they got them pinned back deep here for 3rd and 29.
At their own 25-yard line. I'd like to see what they do here. They're going to rush 3, so we'll see if they can get some decent pass rush.
Fulton out of the shotgun, got 2 receivers near, 3 near, sends another man in motion. Mustangs show blitz, and they do, dumps it off down the left side, and that's going to be caught by number 17 for the Red Raiders. That is Drew Erickson, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a great gain there, but it's going to leave leave the Raiders with a 4th and call it 13. And we'll see a punt here by Wamego.
Great job there by the Mustangs, just really identifying what the most likely play call was just rushing 3 and able to contain the running back. They're just great playing awareness and only allowing 15 yards.
And the kick's away. It's good punt here. And it's going to take a Wamego bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. That was number 6 for the Mustangs. Back deep to receive, Noah Valberg. He's going to let it fall. I don't believe we've had a punt return yet tonight by the Mustangs. Great job for the punt special team for the Red Raiders to limit Rock Creek's ability to get shifty on the return. So minute 3 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Mustangs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
I believe 10-yard line.
10-yard line. Referees are making a lot of hand motions. I think they're waiting on a ball. Yep. Throwing their hands up. Where's the ball? Yeah, don't see much movement on the Rock Creek sideline. There we go. Offensive coordinator Justin Smith tosses the ball in.
If you're Wamego here, defense has to come up big here. It's very much emphasized. This D-line for Wamego really needs to get in there. They really have not had very much pass rush, but defensively on the run, they've been doing really good. As I mean, Rock Creek has really just run the ball, but pass rush, they need to get back in there.
Rosa out of the shotgun is going to hand it to Zion Bell, and he's going to rumble forward for a gain of about, call it 3 or 4 on the play. I was waiting for that.
So we said 4?
Yeah. Call it gain of 4 on the play.
Maybe 5. Gain of 4.
Gain of 3, according to our PA announcer. There we go. So about 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. We'll see if the Mustangs elect to run a play here. Looks like they will. Rosa out of the shotgun, got 2 receivers near, 1 far. Bell in the backfield. It's going to be another handoff to Bell, and he's going to get tripped up in the backfield and is going to fall forward for
gain about 1.
Gain of about, call it gain of about 1 on the play. So we'll bring up 3rd and 6, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. So we head into the fourth quarter with the Mustangs leading the Wamego Red Raiders 6-0. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. As we get underway here in the fourth quarter, Mustangs have it 3rd and 4 from their own 16-yard line. Rosa drops back to pass, rolls to his right, steps up. He's going to keep himself, and he's going to be met about at the line of scrimmage by number 25 for the Red Raiders, and that is Talon Conrad.
I believe there was no
it's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Mustangs. And the punt team comes out.
That was a really questionable play call right there. As I believe he was trying to look for a pass, but Wamego just really kind of smelt out that run. Actually, it was a loss of 1 by Rock Creek. So
number 2, Jacob DeRoche back deep for the Red Raiders. Derucci for the Red Raiders back deep.
This is a very crucial drive for Wamego as,
good punt here. It's going to sail over DeRoche's head, and it's going to take a Rock Creek bounce, and it's going to be downed at, see where they spot the ball, at the Wamego 40-yard line. So Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40. And just like that, a minute's off the clock already.
Big drive here from Wamego, as both of these teams are really good at sucking the life out of the clock here. And based off of what I believe, Wamego probably took up a good 4 or 5 minutes of this drive. So if they really want to stay in this game, they're going to have to score here, because Rock Creek will definitely start, draining this clock.
But we still have a very close ball game. All it takes is one big play, one great drive by the Red Raiders, and all of a sudden they're kicking an extra point or going for 2 to get the lead, at least tie it up. We'll see what they can do here. Fulton hands it off, and it's going to be run up the middle by number,
I believe, 41.
41 for the Red Raiders. That is Mason Ish, as Tanner corrected us on YouTube.
About a gain of 4.
Thank you, Tanner, very much for the correction there.
Gain of 4. Actually, 5 incorrect.
So 2nd and 5 for the Raiders from their own 45-yard line.
I'm really shocked they had not made Mason Ike run the ball more. During my film study, really noticed they love giving him the ball. He easily weighed Rottinghouse, but for Wamego, he is literal a tank.
Yeah, the Raiders really haven't handed the ball off to anybody. It's been a lot of design quarterback runs as Fulton keeps the ball here on another design quarterback run. He gets a gain of about 3 on the play. Excuse me, 4. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Red Raiders.
Believe it or not, he's actually in the negatives tonight on rushing as he was sacked twice. So
I'm going to say it was a gain of 3 on the play, so they'll bring up 3rd and 2. Correction. For the Raiders, Mustangs on their feet. Fulton out of the shotgun. 2 receivers far. And he's going to dump it off to the left, but it's not going to be caught. It's going to be incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 2 for the Raiders. We'll see what they like to do here. You know, as you said, Xander, like the Rock Creek's really good at chewing up the clock here. So if you're the Raiders, I think I'd be going for it here.
Definitely, including since it's only 2 yards. But you have to realize this Rock Creek D-line has been so great tonight with linebacker Ezra Spiller really commanding this D-line of what, he believes will be the best position for them to attack.
Yeah, we just saw him shift the lineman over there on that last defensive stop. So here we go, 4th and 2 for the Red Raiders. Fulton out of the shotgun.
I believe we're sending 6 here.
2 receivers far. Mustangs show blitz. They send it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to get forward for the 1st down. That's going to be number 41, Mason Ish, for the Red Raiders. And we've got an injured Mustang down in the field. That's going to be number 57, Corday Kirksey, for the Mustangs. Looks like it might be a cramp. Got a teammate out there helping him stretch out his hamstring. Coach is out tending to him. Going to bring in some water.
This is a great job there by Rock Creek. It was just a little unfortunate there that a gap just happened to open up later on that play, and Mason Ike was just able to find it and get that 1st down. So great job there by Wamego.
Yeah, and it's 80 degrees outside right now, and the humidity is still 64%. So although the sun is down, it's still quite a warm environment out there. And when you're out there sweating, you got to try and keep fluids in you.
As we wouldn't know, as we're kind of in a air-conditioned
booth.
Air-conditioned booth, yeah. Oh, we get a couple wind, through the window, so.
Yeah. But he comes off the field underneath his own power. Going to get some pickle juice in him, get stretched out. We'll expect to see him later on in this contest. 9:30 to go.
It's a key loss for the D-line for at least a couple plays. Corday just really able to get in there, but with the depth of Rock Creek's D-line, I would not be shocked if anything really changes.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Rock Creek 48-yard line. Fulton out of the shotgun, 2 receivers far. And it's going to be a bobbled snap. Fulton recovers it. He's going to just throw it out of bounds. And Mustang coaches want intentional grounding, and the head official says incomplete pass. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Head coach Shane Sieben pleading his case to the side judge. We're going to have a conversation with the head judge. We'll see what he comes up with. And they're going to say no flag. So 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Great job there by Logan Folk to really just be able to get that ball out there. I do believe number 30 was the tight end, so kind of agree with the refs here.
Fulton out of the shotgun, low snap again, but he's going to hand it off. That's number 41 again.
Mason Ike.
Mason Ish.
Ish.
For the Red Raiders, just coming downhill hard.
That was a gain of 7, I believe.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen him or called his name too much tonight. We've seen Fulton run a ton of quarterback design runs. but Ish really gets running downhill fast, and Mustang defense needs to be careful because he's one explosive move away from potentially 6 here.
One thing I'm really concerned about for Rock Creek is probably the secondary. They really have not really been tested tonight, and even if they were, Wamego was able to get the plays that they wanted, but then most of the time it was called back due to the false start or holding. Actually, no, holding has not been called, but you get it penalties.
Yeah, penalties, and we've got an officials timeout here, I believe. Not quite sure what the officials' timeout is for.
I believe he's pleading his case for hands in the face.
And almost back in action here. Just outside of you guys' frame there, the top side, the Wamego cheerleaders are cheering, getting the Wamego student section activated. Good to see good turnout on both sides. Cheerleaders got the Wamego student section very much animated over there. Love to see Friday Night Lights here in Kansas.
It's nice.
Fulton back in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, surveys the field, throws left, and it's going to be
incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended receiver was number, I believe, 30 for the Red Raiders. And that's, yes, the number 30 for the Red Raiders. That's Trig Sly on the, the intended receiver on that. And that's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Red Raiders from the Mustang 40-yard line. 8:41 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Time slowed down just a little bit with all these passing plays from Wamego. But again, kind of forced to go for it here.
Real unfortunate there. That would have been the first down if he would have caught it, but Logan kind of threw that really low, and it was really hard to get his hands into the ball, but great job.
And we've got a timeout called by Wamego.
That'll be their 2nd of the half.
So keep it tuned right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor, Price Physical Therapy.
Price Physical Therapy, a new clinic located in Wamego. They specialize in orthopedic rehabilitation following total joint replacements, arthroscopy procedures for ACL, rotator cuff, meniscus, sports rehab, and injury prevention. They individualize care and treatments of athletes at every level and work with the athlete from initial injury until they return to play, including strength, endurance, agility, and coordination drills. Experience the difference with Price Physical Therapy. To schedule your appointment, visit pricephysicaltherapy.com.
Welcome back here to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. Big 4th down here for the Wamego Red Raiders, 4th and 4. Time starting to tick down, and as Xander just mentioned, Wamego's already used 2 timeouts here in the 2nd half. So starting to run out of time if the Red Raiders were to turn the ball over to the Mustangs. Fulton out of the shotgun, drops back to pass, looks left, throws left. You got a little bit of hand fighting over there on the far side of the field, and they're going to say it was caught, and he stepped out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and they threw the flag. We'll see.
We call pass interference.
To me, it looks like maybe offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of hand fighting over there. Oh, they're going to say pass interference on the Mustangs.
So
a huge penalty there, huge gain.
Huge shot in the foot by Rock Creek, as that's a 15-yard penalty right there. Rock Creek has 14 penalties for 30 yards tonight.
We'll get that replay for you guys after this play.
A great shot by Logan
pass
Falk.
Interference.
Great shot by Logan Falk. I've been waiting to see that all game, as I'm really shocked he didn't start doing that earlier, as their wide receiver number 1 is their tallest guy on their team. I believe, say 6'3", like he's a tower. Great catch by him. Just
So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Red Raiders from the Rock Creek 14-yard line after the completed pass.
We shall see how Rock Creek's defense holds up, because this is the farthest Wamego has been in Rock Creek's territory. So we'll see how they hold up.
Fulton out of the shotgun. One receiver near, one far. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle to number 41. He rumbles, stumbles, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That was number 41, Mason Ish, on the rushing touchdown for the Red Raiders. We have a penalty after the play. We'll see what that is about. Could be unsportsmanlike conduct, but we'll wait for the word from the head official. But huge play there by the Red Raiders if it stands. So touchdown is good after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Red Raiders. So the touchdown will count, but it'll back them up on the point after attempt. We'll see if the Red Raiders go for 2 or if they have the leg to kick the extra point.
As we were talking about earlier, Mason Ish is just a unit.
He's a threat. You saw it. It's the second they handed him the ball. He was one, broken tackle away from scoring 6, and he does just that with 8:15 to go here in the fourth quarter, and we have ourselves a tied ball game. We'll see if the Red Raiders are able to convert the 2-point conversion.
So 8:15 left, a lot of time for Mustangs. If I'm the offensive coordinator for Rock Creek, I'm going up to my quarterback and I'm telling him, here, listen, we got to do a scoring drive here.
Well, I mean, it's a 0-0 ball game now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Mustangs have led up until, this point, 8:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a fresh game, 0-0 ball game. And we've got a stoppage. Head coach Zane Sieben out on the field talking to the officials, reminding them you just threw a penalty and it's going to be enforced on the extra point. So the Raiders will have the ball at the 18-yard line. So 18 yards stands between the Wamego and the lead if they can get it done here.
This will be testing the accuracy of the kicker.
So that's going to be number 1, Dominique Falco, kicking the extra point for the Raiders. Snap, hold, kick is up. Got plenty of leg, and it's good. So the Red Raiders take over the lead with 8:15 to go here in the fourth quarter, 7-6. And man, do we have a game here tonight.
Yeah, 8:15 remaining. A lot of time left in this game for Rock Creek. Even if they weren't, even if they're not able to score on this drive, they still have a lot of time left. Great job by Wamego. They're giving the ball to Mason Ish. He just runs it right up the middle. We've been waiting for that all day. I'm really shocked they didn't get him early.
Price Physical Therapy.
When it matters most, they gave him the ball, and
we'll take a look at that play that set them up for the. If you want to scroll back, fellas, back to right before he caught the ball. And back a little bit further, fellas, a little bit further for us. There you go. Go ahead and scrub forward just a little bit. There you go. See right there at the top of your screen, some hand fighting there between Rock Creek Wamego. Number 1 for the Mustang goes down. And great catch there by the Raiders. And that's what ultimately set them up for that scoring drive. So with that, the Mustangs are down 1 with 8:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And, we just talked about at 6-6, you have it's a 0-0 ball game at that point. Now down 1. If I were the Mustangs, I wouldn't press. There's plenty of time left to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's going to be a pooch kick. Good job by special teams to handle that. We weren't fooled. That's number 18 for the Mustangs on the reception. That's Caden Payton, senior.
Great job there. Very much understand why Wamego did that. It was just pretty much so Rock Creek can't really waste the clock away.
Yeah, maybe try and catch him sleeping too.
but also very dangerous for Rock Creek as almost kind of lost the ball.
And Wamego has given Rock Creek decent field position. They'll be taking over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Rock Creek looking for their first touchdown of the night.
Rosa out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it for himself. Throws down the far side. Caught by number 22 for the Mustangs. That is Luke Smith on the reception.
Great play concept there. Just like pretty much he just kind of fills up the field with the tight end just kind of crossing over. Safety just didn't really know what to cover. Great job there.
And the Mustangs have been setting up play action all night. That time it pays off, and huge gain by the Mustangs on that play. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the Wamego 18-yard line. And with that trip to the red zone, that's going to be brought to you by Flint Hills ISR and Wendy Rogers. Your child can become their own flotation device and even save their own life. Call Wendy today at 785-230-9574. Handoff is to Bell. He breaks a couple tackles, tries to bust it to the outside, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll see where the official spot is. He say he made it to the 16-yard line, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs.
Zion Bell tonight with 15 carries, and that'll be about 2 yards, so 15 for 49 tonight, so great job by him.
And just a minute has passed by off the clock, and the Mustangs are already in the red zone threatening, and that's going to be an encroachment call on the Red Raiders. It'll be a free 5 yards, so let's bring up 2nd and 3 for the Mustangs from the Wamego 11-yard line. So costly mistake there by the Red Raiders, giving the Mustangs that much fewer yards to go to punch it in for 6. And that's kind of been the story tonight for the Red Raiders. They've had some very explosive plays that have been called back due to penalties, and we've seen a couple mistakes on the defensive side that have also benefited Rock Creek. 6:49 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Mustangs threatening 2nd and 4 from the Red Raider 11.
Yeah, so far in the night, Rock Creek has set up the run, and the one time where they needed a big play on the pass, it was open.
Maybe another handoff to Bell. Bell's going to make some miss, and he's going to get in for 6. Touchdown, Mustangs. Zion Bell on the 11-yard carry, and that score is going to be brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith. And you have to have faith if you're a Mustang fan that the Mustangs were to drive down the field and punch it in for 6. And we now have our 2nd lead change of the evening. Rock Creek 12, Wamego 7. We'll see if the Mustangs elect to go for 2 here to make it a 7-point ball game, or if they kick the extra point, just take the points and go.
Great job there. Just basically the concept right up the middle. Just really good blocking, and then just the speed. Just really just kind of shocked the Red Raiders as they go for it and they get it. Great job there. What a great play action. They were not expecting the fake run as the concept. They had a number 6.
That's going to be Noah Valberg for the Mustangs. Mustangs punch it in for 2, and we have a 7-point ball game with 6:31 left to go here in the 4th quarter. And man, I love Friday Night Lights. We'll take a look at that again.
Yeah.
And Zion Bell is just going to, that's the touchdown. So we can get the replay of the 2-point conversion.
Not able to. But just great concept there. They had Wamego set on the run all night, and like I said earlier, when you get one team set up on one play the entire night, it just, they're really not expecting it, and just great play by a tight end to sneak up the field and be wide open. Great job by Gavin, really selling the run there. Great job by Rock Creek on this drive.
So Mustangs struggling all night to punch it into the end zone, finally get it done. That was about a minute and 45-second scoring drive by the Mustangs.
4 plays, too.
4 plays. Minute and 44 seconds on the scoring drive, and the Mustangs will be kicking it off at 2. Get those numbers for you here. Yep. Jackson Pindell to kick off. See what the Red Raiders can do on this possession.
If you're Rock Creek here, I would strongly believe that they would kick it deep. And they will do just that.
Pooch kick here by the Mustangs. Fielded cleanly by number 17 for the Raiders. And he's going to be brought down after just a gain of a few. Number 17 for the Red Raiders is Drew Erickson on the return. So Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Excuse me, 28-yard line. So Mustang defense here, still plenty of time left. We've seen the Mustang defense be stiff tonight, but, you know, with Ish in the backfield, he's dangerous. We saw him score that touchdown previously, and he's going to get the nod here, but he's going to be met in the backfield by a host of Mustangs led by number 57, Corday Kirksey, who came out earlier with that cramp. That's going to be a tackle for the loss that is brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith.
That's just great concept there from Rock Creek. Mason Ish was just really set up this entire night, like towards the end of this game, to run the ball, and then right there they were ready for it. Team tackle, Corday Kirksey first hit, and then just all come in.
So 2nd down and 13 for Wamego from their own 16-yard line, and this Mustangs fans and cheerleaders getting into it, getting loud on this one.
Very important drive
Fulton
here
from the shotgun. He drops back to pass, surveys the field. He's going to throw deep, near side of the field. Number 1 it was the intended receiver, almost intercepted by number 6, Noah Valberg for the Mustangs. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13 now for the Mustangs, and that would have been huge.
Great job
if Valberg
there.
were able to bring that one in.
Which was actually very shocking to me. I really love the play concept by Logan Folk there, but I'm just really shocked he did not see that safety lurking over. But just great break up there by number 1. Actually, no, excuse me, number 6. I believe it's Jesse
Valberg.
Noah Valberg. Just great job. No, this is a very important drive for Wamego here.
Fulton out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Trips near. And it's going to be broken up.
Number 1.
Noah Valberg. So 2 plays in a row we've called Noah's name here on the broadcast. Huge defensive stop, and that's going to bring up 4th and 13 now for the Red Raiders. And if you're Wamego, you have to go for it.
I'd probably use a timeout here, even though it's your last. And they're
going to elect to punt here.
Smart play.
Yeah, I could see it. There's 5:26 left. There's still time for your defense to get out there and get a stop, but you only have 1 timeout remaining, and you must either cause a turnover or get the Mustangs to punt the ball back to you. And with how much the Mustangs are running and how successful they've been, it's going to be a tall order for the Wamego defense. Punt here takes a Wamego bounce, and it's going to be downed at the Rock Creek 38-yard line. So that's where the Mustangs will have it, 1st and 10 with 5:16 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Great job here from Rock Creek generally in this 4th quarter alone. Yeah, single-handedly gave up that touchdown, but they just really struck back defensively. They just came out, knew what they needed to do, and they held them. 5:16 left. Wamego 1 timeout. Cody, if you're Wamego here, what are we really focusing on here?
I'm selling out on run.
Yeah.
Now, I've lost a million games in Madden, so don't,
yeah, I got you.
So don't take my word for it. So get Rosa out of the shotgun. 2 receivers near, sends Bell in motion. 2 receivers far. And it's going to be a handoff again to Bell. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by a band of Raiders.
I like that.
And they're going to say he fumbled it. And the officials are going to say no. Forward progress down at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
As you've seen for the 2-point conversion done by Rock Creek earlier, Wamego is very susceptible to this play action. As, I mean, they really sold the fake run and were able to find someone wide open. So If you want me to go here.
We've got a penalty on the play, potentially unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll see. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Wamego. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, I believe.
That'll be.
So, yes, 15-yard penalty on the Raiders. And another huge and there's, 15-yard penalty and another huge error by Wamego.
That's 7 for 61. So tonight, Wamego really shot themselves in the foot. I know this is a very big game for both teams, but when it comes down to discipline, you just got to have it, you know.
I'm sure head coach Weston Moody will address that with his team next week of practice. But 4:53 left to go here. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the Wamego 47.
I do not believe there is a play clock for
Rosa out of the shotgun. And we've got a stoppage here.
Coach Smith coming onto the field, not looking like he likes something. Might have called a timeout here. And they did.
Timeout called by the Mustangs. 4:42 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Mustangs driving. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, brought to you by Rampage Academy.
So far,
Welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the Wamego 47-yard line after that costly unsportsmanlike penalty. And it's going to be a handoff to Bell. Bell's going to charge up the middle, makes a couple of men miss, and he's still on the loose. Makes another man miss, stiff arm, and he's finally going to be dragged down inside the Wamego 10-yard line. Great run there by Zion Bell.
just a great job right there. Pretty much right up the middle, breaking at least 3 tackles. Really just not wrap-up tackles. They're more of towards, you know, kind of lunge my body at you. Overall, just great run by Zion Bell.
31 yards is the official tally on that rush. And it's going to set up the Mustangs 1st and 10 from the Wamego 16-yard line. And that trip to the red zone is going to be brought to you by Flint Hills ISR and Wendy Rogers. Yes. Your child can become their own flotation device and even save their own life. Call Wendy today at 785-230-9574. Thank you, Wendy Rogers and Flint Hills ISR, for sponsoring this Rock Creek trip to the red zone. Rosa out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to rumble forward for a gain of about 4 on the play.
If I'm Rock Creek here, I'm definitely chewing the clock. I mean,
well, yeah, Wamego's only got 1 timeout. They need to save that. Hopefully, potentially get a stop here. Maybe force the Mustangs to kick a field goal. We've seen Jackson Pindell be a little inaccurate tonight, kicking field goals. So if you're a Wamego fan, you're hoping that the Raider defense stiffens up here, forces the Mustangs to kick a field goal, and you get the ball back after a Mustang miss.
Also note, there is a first down for Mustangs, so they can waste, let's say, a good 40 seconds per attempt and still able to get this first down and race the clock out. So if you're Wamego here, I'd probably start.
And play is going to be blown dead.
We'll have a timeout here by Rock Creek.
So 3:03 left to go. We'll keep it right here. So Mustangs, as Xander was just mentioning, if they get a first down here, it's going to be real difficult for the Red Raiders to stop the Mustangs and get the ball back. So huge set of downs here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Wamego here, it's 2nd down and 8. If you're able to stop them here, I'd probably call a timeout. But yet again, we won timeout here. It's really hard to stop this clock. But if you're the manager to stop them, you're pretty much relying on the leg of Jackson Pendle to miss for Wamego. But for Rock Creek, obviously, goal here, first down, and then just pretty much just suck the clock out, as I do not believe there is a 2-minute warning in high school sports.
Couple scores from around the league here. Clay Center took on Southeast of Saline tonight, and they fall to Southeast of Saline 46-7. And the final between Hiawatha and Marysville has Hiawatha at 36 and Marysville at 15. We'll give you more scores as they roll in as the night goes on here in this contest. Mustangs with a huge set of downs here. 2nd and 7 from the Wamego 14. Rosa out of the shotgun, sends a couple men in motion. Bell in the backfield. He gets the nod. And he tries to bounce it to the outside, makes one man miss, but he's going to be tackled just short of the line of scrimmage.
Oh, no, the clock is still rolling, so actually incorrect. He has pushed it out of bounds. Unfortunately, if he were to get tackled like for a loss of play, the clock was still running, but he was pushed out of bounds. So great job there by Wamego to get the clock to stop.
And if you're Wamego, that's exactly what you need here. If you are able to stop the Mustangs here on this 3rd down conversion, and call a timeout, and you've got plenty of time left.
I believe it was Rock Creek that called the timeout there.
So Rock Creek uses its 3rd and final timeout. So if you're the Raiders here, are you thinking? You got to be thinking some sort of
play action.
Play action would be my guess, because the Mustangs, you would think they would want to run it, but Wamego still has that timeout left, so it does them really no good to just run the ball and try and chew some time off the clock. So you want to get the best play call in that you can. So I agree with you, Xander. I'm looking play action here if I'm Wamego. We'll see if we're correct.
If we're Rock Creek here, based off of what we can't really see, but point being what I believe, Jackson Pendle really kicks the ball more right. If you aiming for a field goal here, we kind of push for the left hash here. But like I said earlier, Wamego probably thinking play action, but if you're Rock Creek here, just aiming for a field goal, definitely aim for that left hash.
Yeah, we might even just see Rosa get the snap there out of the shotgun and just run it over to the middle of the field and down it right there.
Exactly.
And give Jackson the best look that they can.
3 points can put Wamego out of reach here for the win.
And Bell's going to get the nod. He makes a few men miss, runs forward. We'll see if he got the first down.
And he did.
They're going to spot him real close to that first down marker.
A first down here.
And no official word yet. We might have a measure. They're going to say it's a first down. So with 2:45 left to go here in the 4th quarter, the Mustangs convert the 3rd down, and it is 1st and 10 Mustangs.
If you are Rock Creek here, clock is running now. Do we kneel it? I mean, I do not believe.
I think there's 40. I think you get 40 seconds of play.
Okay.
At the high school level, let me double check that.
Let's say obviously high school and college are very different as in aspects of play, but overall, if you're Wamego here, I do believe, as me and Cody were discussing earlier, that they were really on the play action. They don't think they really expected the run as they run it again and get it down to about the 4-yard line.
And it looks like the Mustangs are thinking touchdown here and trying to really put it out of reach for the Red Raiders. And that's correct. You get 40 seconds to run a play at the high school level in Kansas. So already the Mustangs can run the clock down to just about nothing here if they elect to. But it looks like the Mustangs are going to try and score a touchdown here. Rosa under center now. First time we've seen him under center this evening. Looks like they're going to go victory formation. They actually run it, and they hand it off to Bell, and he gets stopped just short of the goal line.
The clock slowly ticks down. So I do believe they can waste the clock here, but if anything, it'll be Wamego have roughly about 30 seconds left to be able to, maybe 20 left to be able to make a
play.
Make a play.
So 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. We'll see if the Mustangs
believe they're gonna.
They have to run a play, so we'll see if they elect to just kneel it or if they try and punch it in.
I think
here
they're
in
gonna
the
take a
final
delay
seconds.
Game. No, and it is a it is timeout.
Timeout, Rock
no!
Creek.
So it was Wamego that called their last timeout. Then okay, now.
So 50 seconds, 49.3, excuse me, seconds left remaining here in this contest. Rock Creek, at this point, firmly has it in their grasp. Knock on wood, barring some miraculous play.
With a win tonight, Rock Creek will be tied for the series versus.
Yeah, Rock Creek will even the series up to 5-5 since 2010.
Unfortunately for me, this will be my last Wamego Rock Creek football game because I will be graduated.
Coming up next for the Red Raiders, they will be playing at home against Marysville next week, and the Mustangs will be hosting Bonner Springs here at home, and it will be homecoming.
Pretty excited for that. I mean,
your last homecoming, buddy.
Last homecoming, yeah. I mean, I won't be there. I will be doing my studying of for my exit project, as some people may know. But
you gotta go to your final homecoming,
I can't,
brother.
I gotta study hard. I wanna, impress people that and they run it and they get the touchdown.
Touchdown Mustangs. Number 2, Zion Bell with the 1-yard rushing touchdown. And that Mustang touchdown is going to be brought to you by Faith Furniture in Manhattan. You've got to have faith. With 45 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter, the Mustangs extend their lead 28-7 over the visiting Wamego Red Raiders.
I wouldn't count out Wamego just yet, as obviously you can still score 45 seconds and onside, but I mean the odds of that happening are obviously low. But what a night for both teams. Both you and me, Cody, were coming to this game kind of really concerned about what we're going to expect from Wamego and Rock Creek, just because both these teams really didn't play.
They're so good, and it's a rivalry. The schools are 6 miles apart.
Exactly.
Back in my days, we always played them closely, and that extra point is going to be good for number 23, Jackson Pindell. So the Mustangs extend their lead 21-7 here late in the 4th quarter. Yeah, coming into this game, we didn't really know what to expect, and we'll talk about it a little bit in the post-game show. But yeah, what a night for the Rock Creek Mustangs.
For the factor for Wamego, it has to be penalties. It has to be discipline, including in a rivalry game. I get that 2 big schools coming together playing each other, but it comes down to discipline. It comes down to penalties. You just really have to be on it. Yeah,
the Mustangs had a few penalties called on them that were costly, but at the end of the day, the Red Raiders, really worked against themselves with the penalties that they accumulated over the evening. Number 23, Jackson Pindell, to kick the ball off
for the penalties.
To Wamego.
For the penalties in general, it's not just Wamego. Rock Creek had their fair share, and when it comes to both teams, obviously, just Wamego, But overall, great atmosphere. Really love having both of these schools show out for both of their teams. It's immaculate to see. Obviously, we'll see what Bonner Spring brings to their game.
And here's the kick, and it's a pooch kick down the middle, and Wamego's just going to fall on it. So they're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
I'd expect them to probably run a couple run plays or kneel it, but
I'm thinking pass here. You don't give up till the clock runs to 0. Just to give you guys a score update, if you're not already watching the K-State game, that contest is 3-17 in favor of Arizona. That's in the 2nd quarter with 3:25 remaining. Fulton drops back to pass, surveys left, throws down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was number 1 for Wamego. Dominic Falco. So 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders.
I don't know if it's just you or me, but I feel player of the game for Rock Creek tonight has to be Zion Bell. Dude ran the ball for over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Great performance by Zion Bell tonight. And for Wamego, I got to say player of the game has to be Mason Ish. This man is a tank.
He's an absolute tank. Fulton from the shotgun, 4 receivers far, 1 near, looks to throw, does so. Pass is completed.
And he's still
number
going.
6, I believe. Yeah, number 6 for the Raiders, and he's going to be pulled. They're going to say he went down inbounds. It's number 6 for the Red Raiders. Reed McDiffit. So the Raiders go hurry up here. 27.5 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Waiting on the officials to give them word go. And they do. And they spike it. So the Raiders will have it 2nd and 10 from the Mustang 30-yard line.
Yeah, just a really good slant play.
Yeah, great slant play. Mustangs back playing prevent defense. And McDivitt finds a weak spot in the Mustang defense and gets it downfield in a hurry.
Yeah, just great slant play right there. I really love the concept. It was even pressed too, just great breaking tackle, and then also just juking out a defender and able to drive the field to get down to the Mustang 30-yard line.
Fulton out of the shotgun. 4 receivers near side. Low snap. Throws left. About the same play, just reversed. Number 1 on the reception for the Raiders. That's Dominic Falco. And 16.4 seconds remaining. Going to go hurry up offense here. 2 receivers near, and they're going to spike it again. So that's going to, well, the scorekeeper let a few seconds run off the clock there. I'm going to say 9.7 seconds. I think it should probably be closer to 13 seconds, but 9.7 remains on the scoreboard.
9.7 left.
4 receivers far. Fulton out of the shotgun.
I don't know if the backups are in for this drive, but so far based off of these last 2 plays, I do believe the pass is a big concern for
the officials are saying to put some time back on the clock. They put a 1.3 seconds back on the clock. 11 seconds left in this contest. Fulton steps back to pass, does so, and it's going to fall incomplete out of the side of the end zone. 6.6 seconds remaining now. Intended target on that play, I believe, was number 1, Dominic Falco. Excuse me, that was number 6.
Number 6, yeah.
Reed McDiffit.
That guy's been
had that huge reception earlier this drive.
For tonight, that's been Logan's number 1 target, surprisingly. But every time he's gone his way, he's usually pretty much, caught the ball. So great job to him tonight.
Fulton out of the shotgun. Trips receivers left, 2 right. Steps back to pass, surveys, throws it, and it's going to be caught by number 6 for the Raiders. Reed McDiffin, touchdown, Wamego.
0.9 seconds left.
So 0.9 seconds left to go, and the Raiders make the score 21-13 as of now.
So, is their life? I mean, it's possible. It is very possible.
Not really, but yes.
There's always.
I love that that Wamego has not given up. This game was very hard fought. We didn't have our first lead change until 8:15 left to go in the 4th quarter. And then the Mustangs, who haven't been able to punch it in all night, take 1 minute and 44 seconds to drive it down the field and score a touchdown to take the lead back from Wamego.
Yeah, for Rock Creek tonight, it's definitely been one of their biggest weakness, and pretty much obvious. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's probably going to be pass.
Fulton out of the shotgun. Rolls right, looks right, throws in the back of the end zone. It's going to be intercepted by the Mustangs. That is number
It was
7, excuse me, no.
23.
Number 23, Jackson Pindell
Jackson Pindell, the kicker.
for the Mustangs.
Hey,
So
man, the kicker.
he can do it all.
The kicker can do it all. Name a college, name a high school, name a kicker who's going to play it all. I bet you can't. Jackson Pindell's the guy.
So the Raiders draw within 8 here in the fourth quarter. Less than 1 second remaining on the clock. 0.9 seconds. I know it says all zeros there on our scoreboard on screen, but that just is the nature of the technology that we use. So obviously onside kick here for the Raiders, and the thing that they can hope for is that they just scoop and run.
Exactly. There's really no laying down, because by the time that they kick that ball and someone touches it, that clock is moving.
Yeah.
And
So I mean, never say never.
never say never. Exactly.
So we'll see what the Raiders can concoct here. Mustang hands team on the field.
Based off of what we've seen tonight, if this Rock Creek defense secondary can really beef it up, and this Rock Creek offense can really, start scoring more often, I feel like they'll be unstoppable. It's almost comparable to my freshman year team, where this team was really good. So obviously, the second game of the year.
Here's the kick. It's going to be a pooch kick, and it's going to be fielded by the Mustangs.
That is the game.
And that's the game. 21-13 is your final score here in the 2025 rendition of the Creek Crimson Classic here at Rock Creek High School. Keep it right here on the Backroads Broadcasting Network, powered by Rampage Academy. We'll be right back for our post-game show. Welcome back to the Backroads Broadcasting post-game show, powered by Rampage Academy. I want to give a huge shout-out before we get into the post-game show to Nate Bortnick, Braden Miller, and, of course, Xander Dick, all Rock Creek High School students helping out with the broadcast tonight. Cody Roach, production. Nate did a great job on the replay. Thank you to them and the entire Rock Creek High School broadcasting class. And their teacher, Mrs. Schmidt. So, post-game show.
Post-game show, my favorite.
All right, so just give me your overall thoughts for this game.
Without the stats, first off, I want to say congrats to Wamego. What a great fight. What a great rivalry. But overall, my thoughts is, I'm going to say it. Rock Creek is, they're mid. I'm going to be honest. Even as I go to Rock Creek, I'm going to be brutally honest. Offensively, they did all right. With running the ball towards the end, great job with running the ball. But defensively, I don't know if you've seen it, what I've seen, but passing is their biggest weakness. Even if some of them might say it was a pass interference on them, whether or not that is, it's just not, the height is just not there. It's just not really what we're expecting. But as I was taught by Mr. Miller, we also need to say something positive. So positively about our team. I really love this run defense. This run defense is one of the best I've ever seen. Their block chain, they're pushing the O-lineman back. Like, when's the last time you've seen that? That's just immaculate to me.
Yeah, and Coach Steven, brought it up preseason. He did a couple of interviews with Sports in Kansas, WIVW, and he really talked about the offensive, defensive lines. A lot of experience coming back there. Linebackers that returned 3 out of their 4 starters last year. So a lot of experience, a lot of meat, not a lot of size at that in the trenches. And in that box. I agree with you. The passing game is something that I think the Mustangs can work on. I didn't see anything horrendous. We saw a couple mistakes by the 2 quarterbacks that got some playing time last week against Bishop Ward. No interceptions tonight by the Mustangs.
No Mustangs, yeah.
No interceptions tonight by the Mustangs. And I think as they work through the season, they're going to develop that passing game. And having that solid run game really helps set up play action. We saw that a few times tonight.
Wamego aspects wise, one thing I really loved about them is probably their quarterback play. I mean, this man was doing it all. And their running back. I just love the physicality, the dual threat.
Yes, that was Mason Ish.
Yeah, what a guy.
He had their not lone touchdown, but he had their first touchdown of the evening there with 8:15 left to go in the 4th quarter and really brought the Raiders back into this game. They took the lead from the Mustangs at that time. So, overall, my overall thoughts, I really think the Mustangs are looking good. We're early in the season. This is their first big, challenging game.
I think it's the only team that I believe will give the Mustangs a real challenge. Other than that, I mean.
And we'll see how that plays out, until we get into postseason play. If you're, a Rock Creek fan, you got to be feeling really good about our team through week 2. Mustangs advanced to 2-0 on the season. Raiders advanced to 1-1. Wamego will host Marysville at home next week, as they and Rock Creek will face Bonner Springs at home next Friday. Homecoming.
Excited.
Just a few highlights stat-wise. Xander, you want to take it away?
So stat-wise for both teams tonight, I only did just basically top of each category, which was 3. So passing was surprisingly lower than I was expecting, but 59 yards by Gavin Rosa tonight. Rushing, like I said, I think is player of the game for us is Zion Bell with 125 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns. And then Luke Smith with 37 receiving yards.
What I really liked seeing tonight was number 51, Ray Rottinghouse. We didn't get to see him in the Bishop Ward game. But, boy, when he came out, that man ran like a truck, and it was an absolute collision at the line, the line of scrimmage every time. Love seeing that the Mustangs have, a halfback or that somebody or fullback that can just really come in and pop somebody in the mouth at the line of scrimmage. Really set the tone early for the Mustangs.
For Wamego, which actually surprised me, is throwing was, like I said, was immaculate today as they threw for 201 yards, which is shocking because last game they ran the ball a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Rock Creek's defense did a great job, like you talked about, making them one-dimensional, making them pass the ball, really shutting down the run game early. Wamego came in, did a ton of design quarterback runs with their quarterback Fulton, and Rock Creek just did a great job shutting that down early and making Wamego pass the ball. But to their credit, Wamego still, even with Rock Creek knowing that they're going to have to pass the ball, still found some holes in the zone. Rock Creek blew a couple man coverages, and Wamego was able to run the ball or get the ball down the field in a hurry when they needed to. So definitely positive for Wamego moving forward through the season. They've got a high-powered, explosive play offense that they can rely on in the future if they really need it.
And just to wrap it up real quick, just for the end of stats, Dr. Bernheim did not put the names for Wamego, but highest rush was 33 yards. And then number 6 for Wamego, which we got to give credit to him,
that was number 6, Reed McDiffit.
He had 74 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. What a dude for him. I believe he's runner-up for player of the game. But overall, great game. I'm glad to witness it for the last time. But any more thoughts for you, Cody?
Nope. Somber feelings for you seeing your last Creek Crimson Classic here at The Rock?
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But, I might still be around after I graduate or hoping to still be here after I graduate. But other than that, I mean, what a great day.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Thank you for tuning in tonight to watch the Creek Crimson Classic 2025 version. Rock Creek gets the victory 21-13 over the visiting Wamego Red Raiders. Again, Rock Creek will have a homecoming next week, hosting Bonner Springs. My name is Cody Lyman with Backroads Broadcasting. I was your play-by-play commentator tonight. Xander Dick, Rock Creek High School student, did a great job color commentating tonight. We've got to go for now, but we'll BRB.